So, I've been doing this Python Pygame tutorial on the KidsCanCode YouTube channel, a link to which is down below, and I ended up with a 2D top-down shooter game like this one here. If you saw the series, you know it, but if you didn't, here's our player. He can run around and shoot. We have a fully custom changeable map which we change through the tiled program over here. This program uses a certain sprite sheet. By the way, this is a Kenney sprite sheet, link to which will be also down below. And as you can see, this sprite sheet is used on this map. We have different layers here. We have a ground layer. Here we have a walls layer, objects layer, and a decorations layer. Also, we have an obstacles layer, which determines what the player can hit and what he can't hit. As you can see right here, these are all the hitboxes. And this is for the map. Also, as you can see, you got some good music for this type of the game. Also, you got our mobs. These are the zombies, which you can shoot and kill. As you can see, they turn green when you shoot them, and they leave a splash when they are dead. When the zombie hits you, you disappear for a bit of time. There's also a health spec you can pick up. Oops, I died over there. There's a health spec you could pick up, you just saw me do this. And also there's a shotgun. For now I just shoot the pistol. But if I take a shotgun, nothing changes on the outside, but I shoot different bullets, and they are much more harmful. So that's for the items and guns. Also, this game has a debug mode right here, which shows basically how the hitboxes work and how it all works. We also have a pause screen, and as you saw already, a game over screen when a zombie kills me. 1 second here, a game over screen. So that's basically about this game. But why am I filming this video? Well, I wasn't pleased with how the game turned out. And I mean, their tutorial was great, but it was intended to basically make the game, just like make the base of the game, and then our imagination basically continues it. So I decided, if I'm gonna be editing this game anyway, why don't I just record the video of me editing and documenting the game for you to watch and enjoy. I wouldn't exactly call this series a tutorial, because I decided to start a video series on me documenting and editing this game. I wouldn't call it a tutorial series because I'm learning myself, but I believe that this series will be suitable for you, whether you want to learn coding or you just want to see a realistic progression of a certain game being built. In this video series, I'm gonna be teaching you, I'm not gonna be teaching exactly, but I'm gonna be showing you and documenting all of my game changes, which I'm going to talk about towards the end of this video. And yes, that's basically it. I really hope you enjoy this series, and I think we're here for a good time. Okay, so as you probably saw from the title, it says intro and plans. And what does it all mean? Well, you've just listened to the intro part, where I told you what I'm gonna do in this series. And right now you're listening to the plans part of this video, in which I'm gonna tell you all of my plans that I have for this current game. So I'll divide them into a couple categories, and let's start. And as you can see, I made a little presentation here to present everything I want more briefly to you. Okay, so we start off with the gameplay changes. I want to add destructive obstacles like doors and windows, so you can just shoot them and then destroy in these pieces of wood and glass. I also want to add bosses and people to rescue missions, so I can basically, so the game will be more interesting and much more thrilling to play. Also, obviously, I will add different levels on my way on there, and I'll add reloading and limited ammo to the game, because right now you just can shoot basically all the time, and this doesn't make any sense. So that's for the gameplay changes I want to make. Now for the mob improvements. The first thing I want to improve is at mob pathfinding, so that the mob doesn't just simply stare into a wall and goes around the wall and finds the best way to reach the player. for example, over here I can quickly show you. See, they're both staring just at the wall and they can't go away. Okay, one mob pushed another mob because that's a working function, but here he's just staring at the wall and he can't do anything. And the path finding is the things when the mob will be able to find the path to the certain object, in this case our player. So I'll be adding that. The second thing I want to add in mob improvements is to change different mob states, like chasing or roaming. See, he chases here the player, or he just like, instead of standing still before the player like reaches his detect range, the mob just like walks around, and when he sees the player he goes after him. Also I want to add shooting mobs, which will basically make the game much more interesting, because there will be some guy shooting you and you will have to get away with it. This will probably be the hardest part, but I still think we can make it. So for the items, we have different guns. I want to add different guns like rifles, Gatling guns or machine guns, like an old, basically shotguns or an old rifles, and some assault rifles, and maybe some pistols, or maybe even a rocket launcher on our way through to there. For the ammo, I want to add ammo boxes, and basically this ammo package is just lying around, so you can pick up and reload your gun when we're gonna have the reloading function. And also I want to add armor for player to withstand more hits from the mobs. So for effects, I want to add a heal up effect when you pick a medkit, which I picked up prior in this video. So when you pick it up, this like little participles appear on the screen. Also I want to add floating combat text like criticals, or just the damage dealt to the mobs shown, or maybe when we add a rocket launcher, things like boom and bam over here, so like small like explosions with text. And also I want to add text when picking up an item. So for example, when the player rectangle collides with the rifle rectangle, this little text shows over here, so you know what you're picking up, and you can decide whether you want to pick it up or you don't want to pick it up. And for the honorable mentions, which just don't fall like in any category, we've got menu and a new game over screen, because for now, as you probably already saw, the game over screen isn't as great. See, it's just like it's looking cool, but it's just blank, and I don't like it, and I would like to change it as soon as possible. That's for the menu, and I would like also add a player sleeping when walking on oil mechanic. So what I mean by this, well, I need to show you right now again. On this map there are some like oil splashes like right here or right here. So what I want to do is when the player walks here, we lose control of the player and he just like slides in the way he's facing, and only when the oil stains are gone, then we only can regain control of the player. I think this will give a game much more attention to detail and all that kind of stuff. And also while I'm here, I also want to give a player the animation when he's picking up a certain gun. 1 second. See, I'm shooting a pistol right now, and right now I picked up a gun, nothing changed, but now I'm shooting a shotgun. So I want to change the player's sprite when picking up a new gun, and also I want to add the player's ability to carry different guns, just like because that's much more convenient and easier, and we'll add them in the HUD here. So yeah, that's what I want to add. Okay, let me just close it real quick. Okay, and the third one is obviously like the sounds as the game development goes on, because as you saw now, we have music, shooting sounds, and basically gun pickup sounds. And as the game goes on, we're gonna have different weapons, different sounds will basically represent different weapons, and so on. Okay, so that's basically all there is for this video. This is the part 1 of the game development series that I'm gonna start on this channel. Right now, if you want to get the code for these games that I currently have here, we have a main function where we have a game here, we have a sprites function where we have all sprites and their attributes. We have settings and the tile map, which loads the tiled map into our game. If you want to get all of that code, I will leave it in the link in the description below. But I highly suggest watching a KidsCanCode YouTube tutorial from where they build this game from scratch. That's because during this tutorial I'm not gonna be explaining like the codes that we already have, and some of it might be a little bit confusing, like the camera, the working camera, like when I walk around the camera moves after me. That's a bit of a confusing part here. So the link to their tutorial will be in the description below. But if you don't want to watch their tutorial, still the code will be on my GitHub in the description below. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This was just like a basic introduction and what I want to do with this game. The next video we're gonna be making our first changes to it. I don't quite know what we're gonna do it, but I'm planning of adding maybe some weapons or apply some fixes. I don't know, we'll see. So basically, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, because I think we're in for a good journey with this series. And also leave a comment down below. The comment can be anything, like different advice, different questions. I'll answer all of them. And yeah, that's all there is for this video. The next video is coming very soon. Bye.